Chris Holman. I just wanted to start out by saying, as chair of this event, how appreciative I am of all of you and all of you who are not here. And by that I mean there were a lot of teams that paid for their entry, which was a pretty good amount, and couldn't come or didn't come, sent their checks anyway. So we are going to net gross out of this about $50,000, which is a pretty good figure. So we're real pleased with that, and we thought we should do a little show for you here. I'm going to bring up Coach Mike Garland. Mike is sitting in for Tom Izzo, and the reason is Tom called me last night and he said, you know, I thought I could do your thing in the morning and then this thing I have to do in the afternoon. And I said, what is it? And he said, oh, it's something with Jack Nicklaus. And I said, why are you calling me? Why didn't you just go? But he said, hey, I'll send out a better speaker and a better guy, Mike Garland. So Mike is out here to kind of deliver his message. He did do a video for us, and we will get your emails before you leave today, and I'll forward that video to you because I got it late last night and there was no way to show it today. So with that, please welcome Coach Mike Garland. Mike, come on up. Anybody wants to ask him about the recent recruits at MSU can do so.
Go green.
Go white.
Well, go white. And I hope everybody can hear me. I see Paul Davis down there, one of our ex-players. I run my mouth quite a bit, but I want to say this. You know, I couldn't work for a better guy. And you guys are here, you know, because of your hearts and what you feel that you can do for this community. And you guys that are doing this, you're a great example of what should be going on in our country, especially right now. We're fighting the COVID, we're fighting social injustices. Just to see you guys here during this time and willing to take out this time is very, very meaningful, especially for a guy like me. Paul knows my background. There's a few other people here knows my background. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for folks like yourself. I came up nothing at all, but I was given opportunities to play Little League baseball where someone would pay my fees. I was given an opportunity to play Little League football where somebody would pay my fees. When a guy would come and pick me up and take me on the other side of town where people that look like me really didn't belong there. So this promise, to me, it's just great. It's just great, and it just shows what we can do as Americans when we really want to do something. And you guys shouldn't be you guys should be so proud of what you do. I know you all humble people, but for me and a lot of guys that are like me, you guys are the best. Hey, have a great day playing golf. I wish I could golf with you, but you know you'd all be in the hospital if I was out there. All right, thank you.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. Well, as Coach said, the affording of opportunity sees no color lines and will not bow to a virus. So that's all because of folks like you. One of the more inspirational people that I've had the good fortune to know in my life, I'm going to bring up now, and just does incredible things in this community at a low profile, things that you'll never know about. Wonderful addition to our community, and as you know, a great addition to the women's basketball team, Coach Susie Merchant.
So I was blessed with a very bad coaching voice, and now I have to wear a mask. So I don't know if you can even hear me or not.
You can pull it off.
Okay. I'll try and do my best here, but so I appreciate those kind words. And Mike, I don't even think I should stand here and say anything, because everything you said and why these people are here is 100% true. I mean, you're standing here in a global pandemic for a community that you believe in, and more importantly, for kids that you're willing to change a life for. And that's going to change this world, and that's going to change our lives for the better. I heard someone say once that it's not enough just to have an idea in your mind. You have to have the conviction in your heart. And Mike alluded to that today. For all of you to be here, the financial gain that you have just raised for this community, for these kids in this community, that's conviction in your heart. And I'm so proud to just have the opportunity to be here. And I want to thank you, Chris, so very much for allowing me just to say a few words. Like Mike, I'd rather say a few words than hurt somebody out there. But I will leave you with this. Let's just hope Izzo is taking a few golf lessons from Nicholson. Whatever. Because I play golf with them and it's not pretty. So enjoy your day, everybody. Thank you so very much for all you do. All right, God bless. Take care. Go Green.
Thank you. Well, Kellie Dean out here, who started this whole thing, we thank you, and it's appropriate to point out that she just threw Coach Izzo under the bus, right? Okay.
Catabus.
Thanks, Kellie, for being out here. You want to come up? Come on up, by all means. We also will hear very quickly from Justin Sheehan, and then Bill will come up and tell you the rules of today.
Good morning, everyone. As said, I'm Kellie Dean. I'm so honored to be here today, but I have to just give a couple thanks. I've been honored to be the chairman of our Lansing Promise Scholarship Program. I know I saw Gabriel Lawrence, the president of our Lansing School Board here, superintendent of Lansing Schools, who was able to get away Sam Tinacropi here today. Thank you all for taking the time, our celebrities. But who deserves a huge round of thanks for getting us all here today to keep the Promise movement going is Mr. Chris Holman. We would not be here today. Chris is a very loyal and dedicated board member. He contributes and he works very hard on behalf of all of our kids. And he encouraged us, you know, people are getting out playing golf, well, why don't we social distance, get out here and celebrate the Lansing Promise. This year, more than ever, it's so important for all of us to be here. This promise is only as good as how much money that we can raise, because the money we raise goes right to them, goes right to getting our kids to school. Our seniors this year, the vast majority of them coming out of Lansing schools, missed the last third of their senior year. Everything was lost because of the pandemic, when you think about it. Seniors across our country. But they missed everything in preparation to go off to school, and we were so concerned about them and getting them to this next level. And it's career and technical, 2-year, 4 years. Michigan State, LCC, and Olivet College, and career and technical that we're trying. I am so pleased to tell you, thanks to the great work done by the staff, particularly in the Lansing School District, they facilitated getting a record number of Lansing Promise kids ready for college this year. Justin, our number is 336?
337.
337 students, a record number. 337 are going off to college here as soon as the colleges open up. That's a great story, and they're going to all the colleges I just mentioned, but we really appreciate you just taking the time and just really think about, you're out having fun today. We're raising money to change lives. This is about kids going off to college to get an education, get a job, live and work here in our community, become citizens, to prosper and be part of our future here. And this is something that the Promise is doing. We're overcoming poverty, overcoming homelessness and hunger, all through getting a higher education. So thanks for taking the time to be out here today, but I particularly just want to thank Chris Holman for encouraging us to keep going with this event today. Nice job, Chris. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Kellie. I want to point out another really important group and a few people. First, Courtney, if you would, give a little Queen's wave. Woo! I tell you, without Courtney, this doesn't happen. It's unbelievable. the rest of the staff and the board at the Promise. Also want to call attention to Jeff Mosier from my staff, who's out here filming. He's doing some candids. Be careful when you scratch and where you scratch, because it may come up on tape, all right? Most importantly, sponsors. And so if you look at this sheet, you'll catch them all. I know it's easy to see everybody out here and know who's here, but there are a couple out here worthy of mention. Shaheen paid for a full team, and they're taking half a team. FD Hayes Electric didn't put a team out here at all, but sent the whole check. I mean, there are people like that who got behind us. Auto Owners also was a big contributor. So a lot of people put their money that aren't out here having the fun we're having. And so we want to really acknowledge those if we certainly can. And the celebrities, I can't tell you enough how you, I didn't hear a no. I honestly didn't hear a no. As soon as they got the call, they said, we'll come out no matter how far. And I want to thank them for coming out, but mostly all of you for your support. So a few words now from our good friend and our CEO. All right? Come on up, bud. Lay it on him.
Thanks, Chris. What we know is this. You've already heard numbers, right? 337. Understand that's more than half the graduating class of the entire city of Lansing. That's more than 75% of all eligible seniors within the Lansing School District. But what does that really mean? That means that we underlie the commitment that we've all made, right? That we believe in the inherent value and worth of every young person in the city, and we invest accordingly, right? Because we imagine a community where every young person has the opportunity to dream. Right, that they have the support and love to thrive, and the investment needed to build a brighter future for themselves, for this community, and for their families. Right, so understand, I mean, it's all been said. The dollars invested today do more than go to tuition. Right, they change the conversation for every young person in this city. We believe in them, but we know you all being out here in masks and having to socially awkwardly distance is a statement of commitment. So number one, thank you for being here. Number two, understand that 337 is also joining more than 1,250 scholars that have already gone through this program. These kids have earned more than 25,000 credits and are beating persistence and retention rates, which means they're sticking in school more than 20 or 30% higher than any national average in the country. So the reality is every dollar put in is a good dollar towards changing a life. We know that education changes generations, and you all are a part of that. So number one. Number two, thank you for being part of that. Number three, there's some rules about golf that are going to be talked about in just a minute. But before we get there, we do need a group photo. So should we talk rules first and then group photo?
Let's do the rules first, and then we'll call everybody up, and then.
Do not leave once you hear the rules, because we got to do a group photo so we can plaster this all over social media and thank you all.
Where are we going to be for the group photo?
We will be in that patch of grass right there by the light pole, to the degree that we're comfortable being close.
Okay, very good. Okay, I also wanted to advise you that because we can't have a dinner after, we'll have a quick ceremony, give out a few prizes. But we're sending dinner home with you because of Dominic Carbone and Hungry Howie. So if you haven't filled out what you want on your pizza, this is important stuff. And then it'll be here for you to take with you. And he's also enclosed a gift certificate for another pizza. So thank you, Dom, for your generosity. Who doesn't applaud pizza, right? All right, so next up, the guy who runs everything here, Brian Harris. Brian, tell us what's going on.
Can't get this off, right? Yeah, these things are getting a little old. Welcome. I'm glad we're able to host Lansing Promise. Chris, thank you for being out here with us. Not many rules today. We want you to have a wonderful time. The weather looks like it'll be nice. We've got a few game holes out there. There's the longest drive for men on hole number 6, and the closest to the pin for men on hole number 10. The ladies have a closest to the pin on 9 and the longest drive on 17. Those pins and stuff are out there for you. We do have pool noodles in the cups, so we ask that you don't touch the pins, the flag sticks if you can help it. And at this time, we don't have bunker rakes out there either, so you can make a mess in the bunker and don't have to worry about cleaning it up. The beverage cart will be out driving around. Lunches are on the table under the green awning here, but you've got your scorecards on the cart. And I'll be leading you out here shortly after we get the group photo. So if you just wait for me down at the end, and I'll get everybody let out to the golf course. Other than that, thanks for being here. The support you guys provide is absolutely terrific, and we hope you have a wonderful day.
Thank you.